In Holmes County, deputies are investigating a shooting that left 2 women dead after a fight that was shown on Facebook Live.
If someone knew this was going to take place, they would have called, let us intervene. And if people come to your house, if you could pick up the phone, call 911, give us a chance to respond to this, and that, maybe we can handle it in a better way than just taking a life.
Around 2 p.m. on April 25th, Holmes County deputies were called to a home on Emory Road off Highway 19, just north of West Mississippi, for reports of a shooting. Upon arrival, they would find 2 women suffering from gunshot wounds.
The Holmes County Sheriff is investigating a shooting that left 2 women dead. Deputies were called to a home along Emory Road around 2 p.m. on Tuesday. According to the sheriff, deputies got a call that someone was arguing on Facebook Live.
The 2 victims were identified as 33-year-old Carissa Job and 24-year-old Tatiana Day, who were cousins. One of the women died on the way to the hospital, and the other died after arriving at the hospital. An investigation into the case revealed that both women showed up to the home to confront another woman. Deputies received a call that someone was arguing on Facebook Live, but by the time they got to the scene, both women were already shot by the other women who lived at the home. During the Facebook Live, you can see one of the victims sitting on a truck and the other victim with the camera recording the entire incident. Both are yelling profanities at the woman who lives at the home. They appear to be yelling about paying someone's land taxes or rent. You can visibly see children and dogs in the yard until finally the woman on the steps who lives at the mobile home signals for the child to go inside of the home. One of the victims can be heard yelling, "Put that red light on her so you can show her where you're shooting at. Put the red light on me." Shortly afterwards, the woman who lives at the home begins yelling at the victim who is sitting on her truck, instructing her to get off of it. The woman who lives at the home then approaches the truck with the gun while the child gets back. She then holds the gun up to head level of the victim on the truck, moves around to the other side, and the gun can be heard going off. One of the victims begins running, and the sounds of gunshots can be heard again before the phone appears to fall to the ground, indicative of the fact that this is the moment the victim was shot. You can hear the victim on the ground saying, I'm sorry, over and over again. A few more shots are heard and then more yelling before the video cuts off. Although not confirmed, it has been stated that all 3 women were related. Both deaths are the 5th and 6th homicide in the city this month.
County Sheriff Willie March says there have been 6 homicides in Holmes County just in April. He says that's including the 2 that happened Tuesday afternoon, and it's not the violence that you would see here in such a rural small town.
In that area, I never had this kind of activity.
According to Holmes County Sheriff Willie March, 33-year-old Carissa Job and 24-year-old Tatiana Day are dead after both of the women went to a home just outside of West Mississippi. The sheriff says both women were on Facebook Live when they were arguing with a third woman who lives in the home they visited.
Basically, a lot of cursing, stuff like that. You see the gun shooting.
Job died on the way to the hospital, and Day died at a hospital in Lexington.
Various Facebook users shared their thoughts toward the situation, saying, "Lesson here. Under no circumstances go to anyone's house. Young people, stop encouraging and enabling your friends to do crazy stuff. Social media will hype you up, and then the only thing left of you is sad posts on Facebook and your picture on a t-shirt. It's so much more in life out here. Nothing is cool about it. Y'all don't take nothing serious until this type of stuff happens. Everybody is in line for the internet. It's people out here who are going to handle their business on and off Facebook. You can't run up on anybody just because you think they aren't about their life." Another says, "I'm not going to say I don't feel bad for them because their family has to deal with the heartbreak, but to be on someone's vehicle in their yard is unacceptable. It was so sad to hear that girl apologizing as she was dying. Y'all better stay away from folks' house uninvited. 2 shot and killed, and the killer has not been charged. All of these girls were first cousins. Y'all better stay at home. People are not going to let you hurt them. Both of these ladies have small children. Pure ignorance," shaking my head. "Stay at home, get a job, get about some business. Feel bad for the kids left behind." Lastly, another Facebook user says, "I'm sorry, but this was premeditated. Yes, they came to her property, but they had no weapons drawn. From what I saw, wasn't posing a threat, just sitting on a car talking. She shot them multiple times until the clip was empty in front of toddlers. Not justifying them going over there, but they could have just went in the house and let them sit out there looking stupid until the police came. Ain't no coming back from death. Them kids and the other ladies could have been easily hurt as well. Just sad all the way around. Warning does come before destruction, and they were told multiple times to leave. There were so many ways to break away without violence. Sad situation. Condolences to the families involved. Rest in peace to these women. One person who lives at the home is being questioned in the shooting. The Facebook video is being reviewed by investigators to determine whether charges will be filed or if the case will go before a grand jury. As of right now, there's a strong possibility that the shooting can be considered as self-defense since both women confronted the shooter at her home. The case remains ongoing.